going to talk about something else you guys have never heard before. 3 years ago, there's a guy, good guy, named Jason. Jason weighed 250 pounds. Jason ate recklessly. He didn't care. He loved life. He played, but he was a good gentleman. Tragic happened. His father almost lost his life because of obesity-related diseases. Jason got scared. And what did he do? He took action to his life. He started exercising, eating well, and after revising and listening to what other people had said, especially in the health division, he consulted people, the experts in the food industry. He was able to eat healthy and exercise. The U.S. Health Department has listed some details in terms of the number of people that are dying annually from obesity, 400,000 people annually. And the number is growing higher and higher every year. So today, this is Jason, 180 pounds, healthy and fit. He's going to live to see his daughter grow, get married, have kids, probably have grandkids. And we have been inspired by Jason to come up with Connect Fitness. Gentlemen, welcome to Connect Fitness. I'm Kudzai. This is Howard. This is Terrell and Brian. Who we are? We are the Connect Fitness guys. And we are going to talk about what is our mission, our marketing strategy, our competitors, and financial projection. That is our logo. Our logo represents all the units that make one. The units we're talking about, how do you become a healthy fitness guy? How do you get to that point? All those components, we put them together and become one. That's a healthy human being. And on that note, I'll hand you over to Brian, and he will discuss what our Connect Fitness projection is.
Thank you, Kudzai. So speaking to being a healthy person, research has shown in the fitness industry and by health experts that a person's health is represented by 80% of what they eat and 20% of their exercise or physical activity. This has been our inspiration, in addition to Jason, to bring Connect Fitness. We have a gym married with a healthy food eatery. So that is why we came up with this. Our gym is going to be different than other gyms in that we're going to hold classes, 9 a day, and they're going to be instructed by an experienced trainer. This is important because Dr. Anderson quoted saying, out of his 10+ years of experience in the industry, he was able to pinpoint one focus of success. If you want to have good results, you have to do it with people. You need a good support structure. So that's why we emphasize the classes in our fitness center. The eatery, our restaurant, will only have healthy food options. So unlike other restaurants where they have some choices that are healthy, that's our main goal, is just serving healthy food. Now, how this ties together, we will have gym memberships for people to have unlimited access to classes, and that'll be a monthly fee. Terrell will get into that. And our eatery will be open to members and the public. So there's tie-in, there's promotional, that if you are a member, you have discounts on the eatery, and we'll get into that later. So to talk about where are we gonna find these customers to come to our gym and our eatery, we're going to be located in the Wayne area. In Wayne, there's roughly 150,000 residents and then 150,000 or so employees in the area. So we plan to capture both of those. When you work, some people like to work out before work and after work. That way we're covering both bases. We're going to get into our marketing strategy now, and I'm going to hand it over to Howard.
In thinking about the marketing strategy, We would like to utilize a grounds-up approach. Social media has always been taken in different variations, but we think that it can actually help us. It could benefit our organization moving forward. It's an asset to us. Also, we listed some other things, but we believe that the community outreach is where our strength is going to be. Partnering with other organizations for projects and community events, getting our name out there. And that's pretty much our approach for the strategy. We're going to try the flyers. We're going to do the normal things. But the reality is people connect with people, and that's who we are. Thinking about the competitive analysis, it should be pretty much said the competitive terrain. And when thinking about that, you guys know these organizations. You guys been to these organizations. You guys have patroned here. You guys have gone to these fitness centers. You guys gone to these eateries. And that's not our problem, that's our opportunity. That is our opportunity to connect what they didn't do, to connect the eateries and the fitness center, and vice versa. To pull that off, you need an awesome team. It's an awesome job, it requires an awesome team. And for that awesome team, you're gonna need 4 guys that could do that. And I believe we have that team here. We are formed under the Gestalt theory, that together, our individual strengths make a total whole unit. Loosely spoken between us, we're just 3 guards in the center. The lead will be Brian Pass. His experience in AV will help us tremendously with the technology that's required. Also his project management skills. Terrell Kent, he's a financial guru. He is our numbers guy, and he will help us all things numbers. Kuzai comes to run our marketing, but he also has an experience in the eatery section of the company because he served years as a cook. That would definitely benefit us. Myself, operations and human resources. With experience working with the city of Philadelphia and also being a veteran, I have a knack of dealing with people and being with people. And Terrell Kent will cover our numbers.
All right, the numbers, the most exciting part I'm sure you guys are looking forward to here. So I hope to answer these questions as I go over the numbers. Hope to answer how do we plan to make money, the revenue projections, the use of your investment capital, and your return on your investment. So how do we plan to make money? So we will offer gym memberships with an initial fee of $50. And we have a monthly fee of $135 a month. Now, there's also an incentive program that's built into that to attract customers who may not be comfortable with that price. And you can get your membership all the way down to as much as 50% off through incentives in our company. Average sales at the eatery, if we can sell at least $8 a meal and do that throughout the year, I think we should be just fine. Some of our year 1 goals. We got to get 120 members in the first 3 months. We got to get 230 members by the end of the year, and we have to sell about 38,000 meals by the end of the year as well. Now, it may seem like a lot, but like Donald Trump says, we have a really, really, really good plan. It's really, really, really good. I assure you it's going to work. So let me break down to you this really, really good plan. So as Howard mentioned and Brian, they said that there is about 150 residents in the area, and there's 100,000 workers as well, right? That's not enough for me. I need more people to reach this goal. So I'm going for the whole Delaware County. In my projections of what I think they should, in our marketing strategy. So that gives us about 600,000 people. And this is all based off of research from different statistic surveys and different industry analysis. So there's about 600,000 people in the Delaware County area. 75% of those people drive, right? So we're now at about 450,000. Now in that number could be people that are 16 to 30, which is not really our target market because 135 might be steeper. So we're going to take out about a third of that, and now we're down to 297,000 people, right? Delaware County, still a nice number, but might not be as realistic, right? So studies show that at least 60% of people do some type of sports, activity, run, gym, they do something, right? So we're gonna take out 60% of that. Brings us down to 118,000 people who I think we can get within the Delaware County area. So, like they mentioned in the marketing, if we do direct mailers alone, which has about a 4% success rate, then we have 5,000 potential customers that can come to our gym. So now the 230 doesn't look crazy, it looks kind of low, but that's what we aim for, to show that this is feasible, that this could work. So if we take that and apply that to the gym, bring it right over to the eatery, same numbers, do the same research, same breakdown. But they say about 44% of people eat out once a week. So 44% of this 118 eats at least once at our eatery. Anybody know that? That brings us 52,000 meals sold. And like I said, we had to get at least 38,000 in year one. So the goal is obtainable, and we can do this. As you can see here, the projections support it. So this is why we need your money. We need a $250,000 investment to get things going. $50,000 from us, the shareholders. Give us a year to all come up with our portion of the money. We'll use at least about 65,000 of it in startup costs. You know, we gotta make the place look nice. We don't want to come to a nasty looking gym. We want it to be clean. You know, we gotta have it look good. So that'll be in like, you know, and they get equipment and all that kind of good stuff. The remaining we use for cash flow. That's one of the biggest things with gyms and why they fail so early is because they don't have adequate cash flow while they go get the members. So the rest of the money will be used to get members. Be used for cash flow as we go out and get members. And then we hope to give you a 15% ROI on your investment in our business. All right, so this is Connect Fitness. You know, the two industries that we plan to get in is $250 billion. And we just want a piece of that. LA Fitness, Planet Fitness, I mean, these are all great companies, but they only offer you the 20%. They don't offer you the other 80 with the eating part and the nutrition part. And why is that? I mean, if I was you, I can tell by the look in your face, you don't want to leave 80% of nothing on the table. And that's how we feel. We don't want to leave nothing out on the table. Say you're not comfortable with coming to our gym, although if you want to look like Jason, you should come to our gym and eat there. Let's say you just want to eat there. We offer that 80% so that you can at least still go to LA Fitness if you must, and then still eat at our eatery. So that's where that's how we are going to be game changers in the market. And I would like to know who would like to invest in our business. Not all at once.
So I think, first of all, I commend you on your delivery. You guys had it together, everybody knew their role, and it's nice to see that. Connect Fitness seems like a pretty cool proposition. You know, you combine, you know, there's no sense in going to the gym if you're gonna stop over at Wendy's and pile up what you just took off. So I really like that, and it's just amazing to me that gyms haven't really adopted that, because they don't really care what you eat, they just want your money. So I like that. When I think about any business, I think about like a significant point of difference. Like if I had to say, what is it about you versus, and when I think about you all, I think about some of the higher end fitness gyms, right? Like Lifetime Fitness, like these fitness centers that now are associated with like Virtual Hospital and with these big hospital systems, right? Because they're throwing money behind it because they want this holistic approach to a person's wellness. When I think about you competing with these folks, I think about what's that one thing that you would tell a customer or an investor, what's that one thing that's going to set you apart from those guys?
That's a great question. What separates us, what separates Apple from any other smartphone manufacturer? They didn't come out with it first. They aren't the only ones doing it, but they did it really well. They combined a bunch of different inventions that other people came up with and came up with a really cool product. In the same way, we're coming together with our gym that has classes. So these classes are going to be different every day. Every workout that you do is not going to be the same, so there's variation. You're working out with people, there's community there. From that standpoint, there aren't a lot of people competing in that realm. People like CrossFit might be, but that's about it. Then we're combining that with the food aspect. So we have great instruction, healthy eating, all under one roof, and that's why we're different.
Good. By the way, when I read your business plan, I got that flavor. I just went here. Sure. You know what I mean? So that's good.
I agree with Eric that the delivery was well, and the way you guys did the presentation in line with the MVP project, it's definitely be commended. You all mentioned that you're combining two major industries. You're talking about the fitness industry and not just food industry, but the niche of the health food industry. I love the incentive that you all have with the decreasing membership, that you have to pay the 50 up front, and then you get 135, and then the more incentives that you go, that membership decreases because it holds you accountable. Because I mean, basically, when you get up in the morning, if you already paid your membership and you don't go, it's like, all right, I paid my money. But if I now have the incentive to decrease that, the more I go, almost like an IVX or health insurance. When the more you go, your fitness, your rates reduce. I love that concept. My thing is, you're in a dual industry though. You give a great incentive for the fitness side. What is the incentive on the food side? Because if I came to the gym, I would love that you were giving me the advantage, because that might pull me away from the LA Fitness or Anytime Fitness. So I'm going to go for there. But what's going to pull me? What incentives do you have in mind to pull me to the food side of things, so that I, like you said, or does it interrupt? Like you said, leave nothing on the table. I'm going to come for the gym, but if there's a Whole Foods right across the street, I can just pop over to the Whole Foods. What keeps me from going across the street instead of going right across the way to your food?
What we did is we looked at our members that comes in oftenly. The more you come, there's also discount applied to our members that comes often into our gym. And at the same time, like family members, if you have 2 kids or 3 kids, you want their meals too, there's a discount for that. Instead of you going somewhere else and buy that, we have it convenience for you with a discount.
Okay, I must have missed it. All right.
Why you want that?
The points.
Or, yeah.
We were in discussion, I don't know if we actually rolled it out in the business plan or
Right.
you have, but we did discuss having a point system set up so that at the beginning of the year, you would, as a member of the gym or just a member of the community that wants to go at this restaurant, you would buy 500 points, and a point would represent basically equivalent to $1. So for $400, you would be able to buy 500 points at the beginning of the year to use throughout the, not just the year, but as long as we're around, as long as they want to come, those points are valid. So it kind of incentivizes them financially to use our facility.
So 20% discount.
And it's convenient, right?
Can I
It's
ask you a
just
question?
convenient.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
My question is, I like the idea, you know, I'm working, I have little kids, okay, and I work till 3:30, and I want to exercise. When you talked about your deals about food, is that something that I could come and buy? I could exercise, go in and say, I need dinner for 4, and then when I leave, the dinner's there, and all I do is take it home?
Great question.
Yes.
I'd like to discuss that a little bit. So the plan, after we rolled this off, we didn't want to bite off more than we could chew. We're already taking on 2 industries at once. But to have an application on your phone, and it's hooked up to your membership, so your credit card can be charged. You place that meal order for your family, not just yourself. Before you work out, it's ready for you when you're done. You just walk out with it.
Great. I mean, look, I like the concept. I think it's great. I think you might be onto something here because it just doesn't exist. So I like that. Okay, so I have a question, and I know how long it's gonna take you to be profitable, I read that in your business plan, that's not an issue. So Delaware County, right? Big county. Big county geographically. I live on the northeasternmost tip of the county, and your business is going to be where? You know, cause when I look at gyms, right, gyms have to be convenient.
Sure.
If gyms are, the closer they are to someone geographically, the greater the likelihood that they may go to the gym and go there periodically, or more consistently. And so, how are you going, since I saw the numbers of 600,000 in the county, and you wanna capture that final number based on that 600,000, how are you gonna ensure that, you know, you grab people, because I'm assuming that number is going to include people from anywhere in the county. So,
Sure.
so how do you, and again, you may not have the answer now, but think about that, because you're going to want to, you know, I tell people you're going to want to kind of draw like a sphere around that area where you say, okay, this is the outermost limit of where someone is willing to travel to go to our gym, and so then you start defining the numbers from that sphere.
So that's a great point. What we did in our market analysis was look at the Wayne area. So in a 5 to 10 mile radius around that, and within that radius we have about 170, 150,000 people. That's just who live in that area. So there's Eastern, there are a lot of shops in downtown Wayne, there's AT&T, there's a lot of businesses. People don't just work out where it's close to home, they work out where it's close to work. So that's why we hope to capture both the residents and the employees in there.
Very good, thank you.
You all mentioned about, I think you had it on your slide, $250,000 and $50,000 was coming from stakeholders, which I guess remains the asking price, which I wasn't absolutely clear. So you're asking for $200,000 from us today, correct?
Yes.
Okay, in your business plan, you have which I thought was awesome, that you have a rollback period of how much it would take to actually pay back the $200,000, and each year you say, I guess the interest that you would pay back, which is what we would collect to come back. So if I do the numbers correctly, and I think I have, if I give you $200,000, you're gonna pay back $200,000, plus all the interest comes to about $32,000 of what we would return. If I take that across a 4-year period, that's a 4% return on investment each year. What's to prevent me from taking $200,000 and going into a money market, which is safe, which is already established, which is convenient, versus taking a risk on something which I think is awesome, of the combining of the food and the nutrition, 80-20, and investing with you with the risk of losing it all? What gives me the comfort, or us is the comfort of financial investors to give you $200,000 versus going to the stock exchange and say, here's a 4% even over the year?
Well, with us, you are investing with us in our company. We are open to equity deals. It's not off the table. We did offer a loan, but if you didn't want to do we decided on a loan deal because it would not drain from our profits. We want to see this thing grow and be big, huge. If we were able to maintain profits, we could reinvest and grow the business out. If the loan was not feasible, if you said, I'd rather go to a money market, I need a little more, we're definitely open to doing that for you.
I like the concept. I think you're onto something here. I think that combining that not only promotes healthy eating, but at the same time you're creating this indirect value, which is the convenience. And I argue that it may even be a co-value along with the gym itself. It's just you're getting convenient, but you're getting healthy food that's convenient, and just don't see that when I think of convenient food, I think of everything that'll kill you, right? So I really do think that you're onto something here. If you just give us about 2 minutes, we'd like to discuss it, and we'll have an answer for you shortly.
Thank you. Thank you for your time.
Thank you again.